Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is for whenever you find it. That's the intention that's set. Any Aquarius placements, any Uranian, Saturnian people, this is your reading. Trust that there's a message in it for you for when you find this video. So let's see what's going on. Straight off the bat. Right. We're not waiting around this time, we're going for it. And there's a lot of choice here. Big choices. The Lovers, the Magician, and the Two of Swords. But you're making the decision and you're going anyway. Yeah, there's top of the deck, you've got the World, Cosmos. Bottom of the deck, the Muse of Inspiration. The Muse being the King. You're ending out a cycle here. You're ending out a cycle. Decisions need to be made. You're using a different energy to go into this next cycle. There's a lot of duality here, and I think there's a lot to do with not seeing everything as black and white. Everything is a reflection. With the Magician, as above, so is below. I think you're harnessing this energy to manifest what you want, but you're still indecisive about something. But overall, you're going for it. Overall, something's either you're inspired to move or something comes in to tell you to move. Because there's an ending coming up, a big ending coming up, and you're in two minds about what to do, and you're trying to get in touch with the universe to ask it what to do. It's not coming from your mind. It's not coming from others. It has to come from you. And this knowledge that everything that you're experiencing is a direct result of what you've been thinking about putting out there. This is the manifestation in fruition. It's coming in, and so you need to get very clear. You do get very clear, but it's not coming from where you think it's going. You need to talk to the universe, and get in touch with some deeper parts of yourself as to what to do or where to go. I think you ultimately do know where to go, but it's not coming from the traditional sources that you normally make your decisions from, by maybe asking others or by figuring this out logically, which as an air sign, there's a risk involved, which is why you're not taking, you're not making a decision willy-nilly. It's why there's this indecisiveness going on here. But ultimately, like if you have this Magician in the middle, the 1 plus the 6 is a 7, which is a divine path number, and it's divine wisdom that comes from making this decision. And then if you put the 1 with the 2, you've got the 3, and the 3, which is like the closing out. It's the 21, but it's also to do with like, yeah, the Holy Trinity. It's also divinity. There's some sacred like path or ritual that's calling you at the moment, and using that is helping you to decide. But there is a risk involved. You could be giving up something. We were talking about that earlier, like afraid to give up something, afraid to let go of something. Okay, I see more this kind of, there could definitely be a mess. Yeah, the Fool to start on top floor, like the jester, the Fool, the buffoon. who's anything but a buffoon. Jester is very highly regarded in tradition. He had the king's ear. He knew everything that was going on. It's not like he's walking blindly into anything, but it is a risk. There is risk, but something is coming in to make you decide to make you decide, to help you decide, and it's coming in through you. So interesting. I wonder what else we have. What is this to do with? Like, it could be to do with anything. Could be just direction in life in general. Queen of Wands, Bonvia non Blask. Queen of Wands, something to do with. We have the King of Wands under here. And the Eight of Wands. You're coming from this. This is the past, this King of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands showing up? Deciding. Is this like a union from the past, but that's ending? Or are you deciding to end it? Or that it's come to completion, or that it's going to end, or that it's time to move on from a relationship or a partnership of some kind. But you're in two minds about it, because it is a risk. But all signs point to you to closure and a new beginning. There's an awful lot of like movement here. Like you have the Knight of Pentacles, but he's going in a different direction again. Yeah, it's all very confused, and that's why. Yeah, so there's it's choosing to move away from something or someone that you're maybe addicted to, or they are addicted to something kind of toxic and tethered, and it's everything is saying moving away. And even at the start there was like this stickiness, kind of like not being able to let go of something. So something definite, yeah, you're indecisive about letting go of something, but ultimately you need to get in touch with yourself and the universe or your higher power or whatever that is, to know what's true and what's right and what to do. It looks like you're moving away. It looks like this is ending regardless. You can end it yourself and move on fiercely and with gusto, but also it can start to hurt. It can hurt in its ending too, but ultimately that's up to you what you want to do. You can wait it out in this decisiveness, but I don't get out of your head, which is not very easy for an Aquarian. Get out of your head and the answer will come. The goddess of the shadows, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. And this could be, as I said, something to do with the being addicted to something or someone, that this shadow side has power over you, but it isn't a weakness. There is something in this that you can harness. These actually look quite similar if you look at them like that, the colors and all. So we can see the chakras here. I feel like, yes, it's about moving away from a behavior or a toxicity, be that in you, in another person, in a situation, so that you can close out something and then start something new. But it's you need to rise above. You need to rise above. So much duality here. It's not all black and white. It's not all one way or the other. It's all, that's only our minds that think that. That's only language that limits us to that. So we'll just take what this is. You got 2, Rooster Mama and Duke of the Shadows. So you've got Duke of the Shadows and Goddess of the Shadows. Again, with the 7 and the divine path, it's all part of the righteous path for yourself. And the 5, which is change. Change is coming. You can choose this change, or you can let it be. So we have let it be done to you. So we have 16, Rooster Mama. Let's see what she says. She looks very individual, which is a very Aquarian trait. Doing her own thing. Rooster Mama is her own person. She's a rebel, a maverick, a renegade, which is exactly what Aquarius is. An offbeat individual who dances to her own rhythms. She is the authentic eccentric who doesn't fall in with the plans other people make for her, but creates her own consciousness with optimism and a flair for self-expression. She says you are unique, positive, and rebellious too. And that's exactly it. But you're tethered by something. You're tethered, and the tethering is causing indecision. It's to harness the darkness. It's to harness rather than to be tethered to. And this is such an Aquarian card. Unique, rebellious individual, the Duke of Shadows. How apt that she turned up in your reading. Cunningly clever am I, helping you discern the truth from the lie. I remind you that half-truths may seem to be whole, yet in the shadows is information yet to be known. When the time is right, the light should be bright, and confusion will give way to understanding. It's like you don't know the truth of the matter, and you don't know the gift that your darkness has, or your shadow has, or what your perceived weaknesses are, or yeah, it's about leaning into that. It's going to be revealed to you. Look at all this shadow that is so powerful and waiting to be transmuted and harnessed by the magician. How wow is that? I feel that you're in a very powerful cycle at the moment, that things that you do now will have a profound impact on your life. You're knowing that there's a decision that will need to be made, and there's this almost like a battle, but it's not a battle really. It's perceived battle between this darkness and light, or this which way do I go, but you know which way to go, and you're going to go your own way, and you need to go your own way, and you're going to use your shadow self, your darker part, your darker sides, to not hide anymore, to show it, and to be your unique self. It holds a hidden treasure, that dark side, remember. Family. And loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. And I think maybe that's just calling on you to say that this is potentially something to do with family ties, or something to do with things in the past that are still lingering, that are still keeping you kind of trapped here. Or it's to call on family or friends who are like family when you're going through this. Maybe there's a dark night of the soul thing going on, to call on those that you trust. Cocoon into them. I kind of still want to pull like one more card. What will we go for? Yeah, I don't know why I don't normally use these cards. But speaking of light and dark, I think it's maybe appropriate for these to be used. Either way, the 7, the divine path, the divine knowledge, the divine wisdom that you're getting from all of this. Okay, forgiveness, inner child, feminine. Yeah, there's a potentially that something went on when you were younger, or something that happened. I think inner child work is really part of it, and that's the part that holds the key. That's the shadow side, that the inner child has been neglected, and it's to forgive the self, or not forget, but forgive, so that you can let go of and release certain things. And this is what matters, is this inner child to come forth and come forward to reparent that through the forgiveness of the self for what's happened or what you've done. Or the feminine, I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. Aquarius as a zodiac sign is in the masculine and in the mind, and it's very, you know, kind of logic driven, and exalts the thinking, and doesn't really, while the Aquarian can hold the emotions of others and compartmentalize their own emotions, it's hard to actually feel that. And what the feminine energy does is to deepen into what you feel. And I think feeling and forgiving is central to this path, and integrating the shadow self, so it could be alchemized to go on your path and close out the cycle that has been maybe tethering you to things you don't need to be tethered to. Wow, I'm still going to pull one more card. Apologies, but I still feel like there's just while it's beautiful and it seems potent. Angel of expression, speak your truth and express yourself clearly to yourself if you wish, or put it out like the rooster mama does. Express it in art and dance and screaming and whatever it is, because something is coming to a close. Something is going to come out, and once it's spoken, it's no longer inside of you. So yeah, thanks for watching this reading. It feels really powerful and potent, so I wish you well, and thanks for watching.